Hi and welcome to this week's video. More covering, a little bit more detail on some of bits and pieces, and well, it's starting to come along and look like an aeroplane. Well, a little bit anyway. So let's see what I get up to. Come on then. Okay, so putting in these wood rings or inspection rings, things which I do, I make sure that there isn't any little pimply bits like this where they've been moulded, and then I sand the surface of these with 220 grit. I give it 2 coats of the glue, and I give the area where it's going to be fitted on the covering just a single coat of glue. The reason for putting 2 coats on this, it just helps to build it up a little bit extra so it conforms nicely. Then they're bonded into place. Let's see if I can bring that in a little bit closer for you. There you go. So a little bit, there you can sort of see the wood ring in position. And all I've done for that is I held it in the place I wanted it to be, and then using an iron on the outside I've ironed it into place at 140 degrees. And now that that's in place, I can now cut the hole out of the middle with the soldering iron. Just run that around quickly, and that will give me that nice and securely in place, nice hole. But as I can put my hands through the hole, then I can just put use a modelling iron or the Tocco iron, and just make sure that's fully bonded. Leave it 24 hours and that's not going to come off. You don't need to wrap the covering through. It'll be done and dusted at that point. The inspection covers, I'm using this type, which is termed the aerobatic type inspection covers. They're flatter. There's a little bit of a lip on the inside there which helps to locate it on the wood rings. They just seem to hold in place that little bit better. So on the fuselage I'm using these where it's right in the thrust line from the engine. On the wings and things like that I'll use the sort of standard covers. And I'm covering this with the Oratex, so I've drilled a small hole in here so it allows the little air gap that's going to be between here and the Oratex to be able to vent. You will see the 2 rivets will probably show on the surface of the covering, but that's a sort of minor price. Lots of people actually paint these. I haven't got the appropriate Fokker paint to do it, so I'm doing it with the Oratex itself. That way I've got a perfect match, or as near perfect as you can have it, I suppose. I'm just going to lay that into position, turn it over using the felt blade and the hot air gun at the 80 degrees. I will crack on and work on this around the edges, you'll see. And that's the initial tack. Now on this side what I'll do is I'll actually cut the covering about that far out all the way around, and it's not necessary because you can actually get this covering to comply with the edge up to here and trim it right on the edge there. There's no need really for it to go through onto the inside, but for me I just like to put it around the edge. I feel it helps to soften the edge of the aluminium where it's making contact with the the covering on the aircraft itself. It saves me from having to put like an extra layer of covering to reinforce it, so just drawing around, I find it easier to follow my pencil line than trying to just cut it freehand. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like everything else, the better you have it, the better you feel about it. That little bit of covering can go away, and I'm just going to cut slots in. I'm stopping about a millimetre away from the edge of the plate. One where the spring is won't I won't be pushing that one in as far. And I'll just set this up for about 120 degrees. I'll just warm it up and tack it over. I'm doing that literally with my finger. So now I've done that, I can go around here on the inside and I can put a bit of heat on there. There you get those stuck in. Put the heat up a little bit higher. So going to 140, the aluminium will take away a lot of the heat, so I really want to get this stuck right into all the places. That's quite nice and secure. This bit here will be the most awkward. A little cheat. I can't get in with that, but I can get in with this. I'll heat that up, push that in underneath there. Like that. Right, so now on this side, the side that's going to be really visible, I'll give that a really good shrink. Yeah, nice and flat. I'm just going to double check that I've got everything sealed down. And that inner, as I warmed up that outside edge, it's going to sort of slightly detack this. Give that a shrink across the top. There we are, one inspection cover ready to go on. Okay, so I'm just tacking down the edge of the covering. I've removed the tape, so we had the first section of tape was removed after I cut it. Removed the second section of tape, and now I'm just going along here with the iron, and that really does sort out the seam, so we have a nice straight edge, and it's shrunk down there, and that's sealed. There's no need for any tapes at all on this system. Well, there's the rear undercarriage mounting in position. The front one I'll put in when I've done the undercarriage legs themselves, and then there's the covering going back, and cut out for the control tube coming out. I'll put a little leather cover probably over that area, or around that area, for the push rod and that to go through at a later stage, just to seal it up a little bit. I'll make up some little aluminium fairings to go around here, which I'll cover with Oratex for the rudder cables to come out through. And I fitted the tail wheel bracket. This is just temporary here, but the actual bracket has been fully fitted and torqued up, and it's got the torque lock on it, on all 3 bolts to hold that, so that's holding in the as you can see down there, holding in the seat belt mounting point right back there, so that's in. Overall, I don't think it looks too scabby at all. Well, that's it for this week, folks. You've seen the fitment of wood rings, the covering of the inspection panels, 1 or 2 other little bits of detail on the seams and bits on the actual covering itself. We're really making progress. The aircraft is starting to come alive and look like an aircraft. Bits I need to really look at for the next video and plan to have in there for you is the covering of the main undercarriage legs, which is putting the covering onto steel tubes which have been painted, so there's slightly different prep work required on that. And then hopefully I can build up the main undercarriage and the tail wheel system and put her on her wheels. That would make her look even more aeroplane-like. That will allow me for some stage in the future to do the covering of the upper fuselage. It's a bit easier than it is on these trestles. Okie dokie, look after yourselves, keep yourselves fit and well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. You can subscribe or even hit the little bell notification for future videos. Any comments would be appreciated, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Remember, go fly and feel the sky.